There is that one thing that somebody told me that has never left my mind. And I talk about it with my clients that are going through grief, whether it's a relationship loss, whether it's a job loss, maybe it's a chapter of their life that they really love. I want to share with you a metaphor that has completely changed how I view life, and I'm sure it's going to change yours. Hi everybody, my name is Gabriella and I am a nurse, life coach, and a perfectionist in remission. Yes. If you are also a perfectionist in remission, or you're deciding today that you want to be, come with me in this journey so we can learn together. So here it is, the book. Life is like a book. Each phase of your life is like a chapter. And now, one chapter has ended. Not your entire book, just one chapter. The problem is that when a chapter ends, most of us will reread that chapter over and over again. And the problem is we get stuck. We get stuck in the past and we're not moving forward. We're reliving it until we think that if we'd have done something differently, it would have been different. So the first thing we have to understand is that every chapter will end eventually. And maybe it's later on, maybe it's now, but we have to accept that in life there are multiple chapters, and to begin a new one, you have to end the last one. However, there's one thing that you can do to really help you move forward, and that is to find purpose. Find purpose into why this has happened. What can you do to make your life even better from it and learn from it? So I want to let you know how I found purpose when one of my past chapters ended. Well, it didn't completely end, but I thought it was going to end. One day I learned that my grandfather had stomach cancer, and I was completely destroyed. I thought, I want to use this energy to do something that's much bigger than me. I found purpose into that really bad news. So what I did is I organized a fundraising event. I created one day where we had one Zumba class by me, and I raised $1,000 for the Cancer Foundation. And when I gave away that money, it felt like something clicked. It felt like something's changed. It felt like I was pushing past that pain that I was suffering because I was contributing to something that was much bigger than myself. So that's an example of how you can find purpose. I'm wondering about you. What's that last chapter that you ended, and how did you find purpose into it? Sometimes an ending doesn't mean that something went wrong. Sometimes it just means that it has completed its purpose. So here's another book of life, okay? My journal. Although you didn't choose how the last chapter ended, one thing that's really beautiful is that you open a brand new chapter, a brand new slate, and that gives you power. You get to decide what happens next. You get to decide if you want to write in purple, if you want to write in pink, if you want to do scribbles, whatever you want to do with it, it's yours. You can choose. Don't let other people do it for you. We often forget that we have that power. I don't know if you believe that everything happens for a reason, but I do. And when something happens that I'm really unhappy about, I try to find purpose or a reason behind it. And once you find that reason, to me, it sounds like everything is so much easier. I'll give you another example. One chapter that ended in my life that I was very in lots of mixed emotion about was when I decided that I did not want to be an ER nurse anymore. I had made all of my past chapter about becoming a nurse. And when I realized that this was not the life that I wanted to have, it felt like I kind of lost my identity and I had to build from zero. But that's not true. You don't have to build from zero, and that's what I've learned. Every step that I took from it made me the person that I am today. So after the career in nursing did not work, I became a nurse, psychotherapist, life coach, and a perfectionist in remission, doing YouTube videos right now. I used everything that I've learned to help other people go through some difficult transition in their life. And now I get to use my own experience, everything that I've been through. Although it was hard, I take it, move it around. What did I learn from this? And then give to other people. you're not building up from zero. You're building up from your past experiences, and you're going to leverage that to do something really big, really amazing. If you want to, I mean, the page is completely white. It's completely white just for you. And that's something that most of us forget, that we have that power to write. So when I look back at the two stories that I've told you about how I left nursing, how my grandfather almost passed away. By the way, Papi, you're still alive. I'm so happy you're here today. When I look back at the two examples, it did not mean that this was the end of my story. And it doesn't have to be yours either. And sometimes something that hurts us the most is also the thing that helps us to grow the most in the future. So if there's only one thing you can remember from this video, is that when a chapter ends, it doesn't mean that the entire book is ending. You might not have written how the past chapter ended, but you have the power onto what you want to write in that new chapter. And third, you can find purpose into that and do something that's much bigger than yourself. And that also gives meaning to life. Like, what do you live for? What's your purpose? But that's an idea for a different video altogether. So I have a question for you. What is that one chapter that's ending for you right now? And what's that first sentence that you want to write? And what's the feeling that you want to get? Focus on the feeling that you want to get when you write that new chapter, and that will give you some momentum to get going. Finally, if you're trying to build a life that's more authentic to you, and you're also trying to fight perfectionism, subscribe and like this channel. Every week, I'll be sharing the lessons that I'm going through so that you can apply that in your own life as well. And we can go into that journey together. I would love to have a community where everybody helps out each other. Let's start in the comments today. And thank you for watching. If you stayed until the end, I will see you in the next video.